What's up guys, this is OneUX1 and I had a question today about what's the difference between the life of a UX designer, UX researcher and the development team, i.e. the technical team, engineers and developers. Now, the key difference between the two is that in the day of the life of a UX designer or UX researcher, which is quite similar as they work together, the focus is the end user. So you're spending most of your time thinking about the user, contacting the user, working with those people that are going to use the finished product. So whether it's a product or service or a feature, who's going to use it, your focus is those people. Whereas engineers, they don't really ever get to meet the real users. So they're more into the code, they're working with all these apps and they're using Java, HTML, CSS and all these other languages. So their contact with the outside world or users is very, very limited. So that's the first difference. Now, before I continue, don't forget to download our free guides that will really help you in UX design, UX research and UX portfolio guides. And we've got free taster courses coming up soon, which will really help you get into your dream career. Now, in terms of the technical team and the design team, they're part of a bigger team, which includes a service designer, and some companies where they can afford it, they have a content writer. Content writers actually make sure that the wording of your product, your website, your app is the right wording. Because if you say subscribe or sign up, they're two different words and content writers know which one users would more likely click on. So those kind of details are part of a wider team. Now it depends on how big the organization is. Some companies can't afford a content writer or service designer. Service designers look at the bigger picture. So service designers also work with developers and they work with UX researchers. So I'm just giving you a bigger picture of the whole team and how it fits in. Now back to the technical team. The technical team spend most of the time, as you can think, on the actual code, building this prototype, building this product. Now your interaction with them is normally through Microsoft Teams, Slack or video calls and your regular meetings. So you have a daily stand-up, which is like a daily meeting of the whole team, and everyone goes through what they're going to be doing that day in what we normally call a sprint. So a sprint is a 1 week or 2 week cycle of what you're going to achieve in that time. So at that time, you'll interact with the designers, other designers, your colleagues, and developers. But it's limited to what you're going to be discussing about that product. Now, their viewpoint will be, is it technically feasible? Can I do this or not? Do I have enough time to build that product? Because you can come up with a design solution that you think is really great. There's a user's told you, for example, to redesign the homepage and you change images, add a CTA, a call to action. But you speak to the developer and they say, well, this will take us a month to change because the code will get affected on the back end. So you have to have that discussion, a really good relationship, good rapport. Now, if you like looking at code all day long, then developer's the career for you. If you like looking at prototypes, thinking of ideas, ideation, exploration of what design would work best based on the user research, then user research or UX design is the career for you. So if you like to be more public facing, more towards the end user, then you need to choose a career in UX design or UX research. If you want to be just doing your own thing, not all the time, I mean, but doing your own thing in terms of the coding, then that career is for you, where you'll be looking at code all day long, changing it. And some people really love code. I'm not a person that likes code. I don't like looking at code even. Some people, they love code and they love creating those solutions, building through code and seeing the results. So I love the research side and then wireframing, prototyping, sketching and seeing this new design solution being built. So it really depends on yourself what you prefer. So maybe have a look at what type of personality you have in terms of what you would like to see on a daily basis. An engineer is really focused on using quite complex applications and code to build a solution, whereas you yourself, if you really want to be just running workshops, talking to people, sketching, ideating, exploring, having a lot of stakeholder meetings, running workshops for all your stakeholders, whether end users or your own team, then UX Designer, UX Research is for you. I hope that was useful, guys. Don't forget to download the guide below on UX Design and UX Research, and our free courses are coming soon, and they are designed for you to get into your first job. So I'll see you on the next one. This is 1UX1. Thank you, guys.